Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Brooke, or babysims on my socials, and today we are building a mall for my save file. If you guys are new to my channel, then you guys wouldn't know, but I recently have been rebuilding all of, SimCity, or just all of the worlds, and I'm kind of addicted to doing it, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm having a lot of fun with this. It kind of gives me a sense of purpose to build. I love to build, but I never know what to build, and doing this is kind of giving me like a checklist order of what to build and when. So I really am loving that about this little thing that I'm doing. And I went many directions with this lot. I just cut it out of this video. It was a mall very last minute. First it was going to be a bowling alley, then it was going to be a movie theater, then it was going to be a karaoke bar. Then I decided I want it to be all of those, and then I decided I want to do none of that and made it a mall instead. So mall is what we finally decided on, and I could not be happier with this lot. I think this is one of the coolest things I've built. I have like a lot of things I love that I've built, but I think that these are just... Recently I'm on like a kick, and I really love every build I'm making, and it's so funny to me because before I started the community lot section of this save, I did not know how to build a community lot, and I didn't even try. So, did I not know how, or did I just not try? We don't know. But either way, I kind of was like, I cannot build community lots, I know I can't, and I don't even want to try. Houses are my thing. Suburban houses are my thing. And when I built the Brindleton Bay restaurant, which is on my channel if you guys are interested in watching that, I realized, hey, I actually really love this build. So then I built I built the Susie's Cafe, and then I built the gym, and then I built the cafe, and I said, you know what, I actually really love building community lots, and they're easy and they look cute, and I'm really good at it. So I decided to stick with doing that for now. But if you guys have been looking at my recent videos, I kind of have a little bit of a secret schedule going on here that's kind of only been for me, but I will share it with you guys just for a little context. I've kind of stopped doing some of my series on this channel. So if I just get onto YouTube Studio right quick, because I used to have a lot that I used to do on this channel, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of gave up on like a lot of those because of the fact that I tried to ease myself back into YouTube, not just full on go back to what I was doing, because that's what caused me to get burnt out in the first place while I had so much fun doing those series. But I kind of quit doing the Western Barbie Let's Play. I don't think I'm going to make any more episodes of, unfortunately. I just honestly, if I'm honest, I didn't really like that Let's Play. Like, I liked the characters a lot, but I don't like the pack. I don't really like Horse Ranch that much. I'm not really interested in that kind of stuff. That's not my type of gameplay. It's not even my type of like aesthetic. So I just had to stop doing it for my own sanity, because I used to dread recording one, and that is for sure not what you guys want when you're watching a YouTuber do something. So I decided to stop doing that series, and I also kind of stopped doing the Build of the Story series. And while that one was not bad on my channel, it was pretty popular, I just, honestly, I had a hard time making up stories every week. They're really detailed, but I didn't really stop doing that. I just stopped officially doing that. So technically I'm still doing it. It's just not a series I'm doing. Like, I'm not going out of my way to make videos for that series like I used to. I might just build something sometimes, and there'll be a story behind it, and I'll share it with you guys, and it'll be that in that playlist. Because beforehand I used to dedicate a certain day to recording that, and then making up a story, writing it down, all of that, and really racking my brain. So I'm not going to set like a certain day for it, but if I do end up building something that does have a story, it will definitely be in there. I kind of stopped my apartment renovation series as well. Not really, like, as same with the Build of the Stories, I haven't stopped doing apartments altogether, and same as how I haven't stopped building things out of a backstory. I just am not dedicating time to do that. So if I do build an apartment, it will be in there. Career-based builds, I think I'm definitely stopping, and I had so much potential to keep going with that one. I just really didn't want to. It was getting kind of frustrating to look for houses and things like that. So and Save Tour is not done, but it is on hold at the moment, because as you guys know, if you guys seen any of my Save Tour series videos, I did that save tour because of the fact that I had a lot of lots in my main only save file, and I want to share them with you guys. And it's not that I don't have any, it's just that I don't change the save all too often. So I ran out of lots to show you guys. But the last thing I showed you guys, I think, was Evergreen Harbor and Brightchester. So we do still have Copperdale and some other worlds to show off as well when I change them up a little bit. Same as how I also have San Sequoia, the new Horse Ranch world. So of course I do have some extra lots, which I might make a video on somewhat soon to show you guys some. But that series isn't over, it's just on hold until I have enough lots to show off again. And the World Aesthetics series, I kind of stopped doing just for the plain simple fact that I changed it into my save tour, or my save file building. So the whole point of me saying all of that was that I'm not going out of my way to make videos for those series anymore. What I am doing is focusing purely on my save file and the Taylor's Let's Play, because I'm having a lot of fun with that. And I just have so much potential and so many things I want that to go for. And I just can't wait for you guys to see how that story plays out, and I really am interested in that. But I think having many series at once is stressing me out a little bit, especially since this YouTube is not the only thing that I'm doing. I do have a real life job, technically. I haven't been there yet, but we'll get into that in a minute. And I also am writing a book, and I have lots of other hobbies I'd like to attend to as well. So I didn't want to have all like 10 series going at once. That will stress me out. I keep saying I'm sorry. So I just decided to keep it cool and just focus on my save file, since I'm having so much fun building the save file right now. And so when you guys post a house, or when I post a house, it's for the save file. If I post mini lots, for the save file, and they're actually for both. So when I build something for my save file, I'm not just building it for the save file that I'm going to eventually finish and hand off to you guys. I'm also building it for my own personal save file that I have played the Woods family in for 10 straight years, because I have only ever had one save. So when I build something, it is not just because of the fact that I want it to look nice in this save, it is for the fact I want it to also be in mine. So that is why you'll notice that all of these builds are pack heavy and things like that, because they are going in my pack heavy save that I actually do play in. So I'm sorry about that, but there is a couple base game things on my gallery if you guys are interested, and I definitely will be going into that a little bit more and trying to do that obviously a little more as well. So don't be alarmed. There is more base game content hopefully coming to the channel. Yeah, but I was gonna say something, but now oh yeah, so a couple minutes ago, seconds ago even, possibly, I said I kind of have a job, and I'm actually not sure if I talked about this on my channel or not yet. I probably have, but new people watch my videos all the time, so I may as well tell it again. Basically, I got hired about almost 3 weeks ago at this job, and I'm so excited about it, I can't wait. And then, so they asked me to do a background check, which is completely fine. Like, I wouldn't say no to that. And then I started doing it, and they asked for like my driver's license, like a valid ID, or like any ID, just a driver's license, anything like that. So I sent them my driver's license, which expired like a couple months ago, and they told me that wasn't valid. Like, I needed a real license that was not, expired in order for the background check to be complete. So I was like, okay, well, that's an issue since I don't have one. And they're like, do you have a photo ID? And I was like, no. And I felt stupid because I'm 19 years old, which, if you guys don't know, in Canada, which is where I live, the drinking age, or just the legal age for everything, is 19 years old. So most people, when they turn 19, go get a photo ID to get into nightclubs and to buy alcohol and whatever they do. But I don't drink or smoke or do anything like that, so I don't need a photo ID, so I never thought to go get one. So then I went to the DMV and I retried my driver's license, like I did the test, and I failed on like 1 point, and it made me so mad because all that I failed on was the fact that I mixed up the school crossing like the school crosswalk and then the school zone signs, which in Canada, I don't know if they are in the States, but they're the same sign, just one's a square, one's a triangle. So I got that mixed up and they failed me for it. So I didn't get my driver's license, so I couldn't submit that to my new job. So then I had to just ask the person at the counter TV, okay, well, I'm going to need a photo ID then. And they were like, ah, sure, okay. So then I got one, and then they were like, it's going to take 2-3 weeks. And I was like, no, I need it for a job. I need it now. And they're like, okay, well, you can pay to get it, like, to your mailbox faster for only $15 or $20. And I was like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll do that. And I paid for the I paid the $15 to $20 to get it here faster. That was 2 weeks ago. It was supposed to be here when I paid for the extra. They told me it was going to be here within like 3 days. And I was like, okay, yeah, that works perfectly fine. It's been 2 weeks and it hasn't got my mailbox. And I'm kind of freaking out about it. And then I was thinking, like, it's fine. So I called my workplace that I haven't even gone into for training yet. And I said, like, hey, I swear I'm trying to have my first day of training. I'm trying to get there to work with you guys. It's just that I didn't have a driver's license, and the one I did have is invalid, so I had to go get a new one. I just explained the whole situation to them. And the girl who was on the phone was like, yeah, that's fine. Like, we'll see you when we see you. Don't stress about it. I was like, oh, okay, great. That was a weight lift off my shoulder until 2 days ago. I get a call from my workplace, and it's a different woman, and she's like, hi, we're just wondering where you are. And I was so confused because I just, like, 2 days ago, I told them where I was and why. And I was like, oh, and I explained the situation to her. And then she said, yeah, I wasn't made aware of this. And I was like, okay. Like, I didn't know what to say to that because that's not really my fault that nobody told you that I called and explained my situation. And then she kind of got mad at me and she was like, but from now on, if you have any concerns about something, I need you to come to me directly. And I was like, okay. And then she didn't give me her phone number or a way to contact her, so I don't know how to do that besides calling the store. But the joke is, I did call the store and I did ask for this woman and she was never in. So then they said, oh, she's not in and she probably won't be in for a while, so I'm just gonna transfer you over to another manager. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's fine. But I asked specifically for her and she wasn't in, and they said she wasn't gonna be in, and they transferred me to another person who I told the situation to. And then she was like, oh, well, I wasn't made aware of that, and you need to contact me over all concerns, not another manager. And I was just like, okay. Like, I wanted to cry because not one thing that has happened is my fault. This is just like a preying on my downfall type of thing, because not one of this has been my fault. The only thing that is maybe my fault is the fact that I don't have a driver's license at 19 years old. That is partially my fault. The other things, not, because I have never heard of, and I've asked many people, like my friends, my family, my boyfriend's family, I was saying, like, they won't accept my driver's license because it's expired by a couple months. And every single person I've talked to, which has been at least like 30 people by now, have been like, that is really weird. I've never even heard of that, because it still has my name. It still has my name. I just said that. It still has my name. It still has my picture. It still has my address. It still has everything on it. And it's only expired like 2 months ago. So I can't see why it's not working for them. Like, I can't see what it is that is, like, what? And not only that, but the background check requires you to take a picture with your ID. And you don't get to, like, choose when you take the picture. It says taking picture in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, then takes one. And you can't retake it. So not only did they see the ID and meet me in person, but they got a picture of me holding the ID and still wouldn't pass it through. So then, and I went there, and the only part that is my fault here is I didn't pass the driver's license. That is totally my fault, because I failed because of 2 points over the school zone and school crosswalk thing. But then what's not my fault is the fact that the DMV lied to me and told me that my ID was going to be here in 2-3 days, and it's been 2 weeks and it's not. So I can't submit it to the job because I don't have one. Can't do the background check. Can't start work because I don't have the background check. And now, before I even start training, my manager's angry with me over something I can't control. And something, like, she's mad at me because I didn't contact her first instead of the other manager. But like, I don't know what to do in this situation, like, at all. And, yeah. So I kind of have a job. I don't know, but I just told the girl who called, I was like, okay, yeah, I will, I'm sorry, I just need to wait for my ID. And then she was kind of angry at me again, and she's like, well, now I need to restart the whole hiring process because it's your background check link expired or something. And she said it's gonna take a good, like, I don't know, a couple of days, maybe even a week to get that reset up and sent to me. And then she said, how about, and then she was like, you know what, how about you just call me when you get the ID in? And I was like, okay, will do. And she said, I hope it's in the next couple days, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, yeah, me too. And then that was like 3 days ago now, 2 days ago, and the ID's still not here. So I can't call her and tell her I got it, which means she can't restart the background check. And I don't know what to do because it's not like I can call the DMV and say, like, why isn't my ID here yet? Because they don't know. It has nothing to do with them. It's out of their hands. Once I paid for it and they had it made, it gets sent to Canada Post, which is like our mail in Canada. And I don't know what their issue is, but they're just not delivering it to me. So it's not the DMV's fault. So basically, moral of the story is, Canada Post is praying for my downfall. I got hired at a job 3 weeks ago and haven't even been in to say hello to my managers. And the funny thing is that a relative of mine got hired the same day as me, and we got hired literally like an hour apart from each other at the same place at the same time for like 2 different departments, but in the same place, same time, right? Or at the same time. You get it. Anyway. And she already is on her like 3rd shift after training. Like, she's already trained, had orientation, had all her paperwork signed, and she's on her 3rd shift. And we got her the same day, and I have not. And the only reason that she didn't have to go through all this is because you don't have to do a background check until you're 19 where I am, and she's 18, so she doesn't have to do a background check. So that's why she got lucky and doesn't have to do all this, which I'm so jealous of because I am just stuck here. Anyway, I talked this entire video about this. I'm so sorry. Let's talk about this because you guys have no idea what I'm doing. So basically, this is a mall, as we covered, and there's 6 total stores in here and a food court, which, disclaimer, I didn't know this because I forgot to playtest this one very, very small part, but when you go in and play in this lot, or at least before you play in this lot, move the food stands out a little bit from the wall, because I went here with my sim Luna today and her friends, and I tried to hire the vendors and they can't get in because I accidentally put the door to the thing facing the wall. So yeah, or that, or maybe even replace it with like a cafe bar or the university lunch station or the boba tea shop thing. Either way, do something, because that doesn't work. So if you guys can figure it out, then go right ahead. But there's 6 stores in this place. On the bottom floor, there is a bridal shop that sells wedding dresses, and then it also has just some like makeup and things like that in it. Next door to that is a women's clothing store, which I created outfits for. Same with the bridal shop. I added the mannequins have dresses on and outfits on that you can just go in your game and buy. And then there's a kids toy store. And another disclaimer is that I actually set everything in this mall for sale before I upload it and put the mannequins on, all of that. So when you download this, all you have to do is put it in your save and go here. You can buy anything from here like a normal retail shop. You don't have to go in and like set it for sale or pretend to buy, because I did that for you, and you can actually buy everything in this store and this whole mall as you would with a normal retail store. So you're welcome. But there's also a kids toy store, which I put every toy in the game, and then the big stuffies, and then I also put a bunch of clutter items and wall art. And then upstairs here and there's an electronics shop as well. So there's 7 stores in this mall. And then upstairs there's a hobby shop where you guys can buy easels and soccer balls, cameras, things like that. And then there's also a flower shop and a pet store. So that is most of the stores in here, plus bathrooms and a food court and just some other sitting areas around, which I'm just in love with this build. And when I played in it earlier, I loved it. I didn't actually buy anything because my Sims don't need anything from here, but this just has a lot of fun gameplay for you guys to head in and do whatever you want in this and just buy things. But either way, this is the end of this video, guys, or at least close to it. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next one. And what else do I have to say to you guys for goodbye? Oh, in the description down below, you guys can see a tweet thread where all of my woods family is on there. I update that pretty often. Go check that out, along with my dad and my boyfriend's channel. But that is the end of this video, guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed. You guys can download this on my gallery, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.